Welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. This is my bonus chit chat because I'm not going to film tonight. I probably won't film again until maybe Friday or Saturday night. I'm not going to swear to it because things happen and y'all know me. If I think I'm not going to film, I wind up filming or I make videos like the previous video letting you know that I'm not going to film. And I do have to shave my face, so we want to get this chit chat out the way. This chit chat is about you can talk your way into a fight, but you can't talk your way out. Alright? Now, here's the thing. That is a true statement, or it is a half-truth statement. And to basically lay down upon it that it depends on who you're talking to. Alright? It also depends on how much shit you started. Alright? And I said you. The reason why I say you is because no one ever wants to admit when they fucked with somebody to the point of no fucking return, and next goddamn thing you know, the person you fucked with wants your fucking hide. We're gonna get some Doritos, and we're gonna get Gatorade. So first, we get the Doritos. Then we get the Gatorade in my red solo cup, my green straw from the Dollar Tree. We're going to finish off the Doritos because I also have Pringles, but we're not going to eat them tonight. Doritos. That used to be a theme song. Anyway, moving on. I have a thing, and you've seen me say it here. On TikTok, I'll say it. But I'll start to say it here first. That thing is, I send warnings, not invitations. Now, to some of y'all, that's funny as hell. But I'm deadly fucking serious. I send warnings, not invitations. I'm not talking my way into a fight. I'm preventing you from coming to die. Alright? I do a lot of these martial arts. And a couple of martial artists made some salient points on TikTok. Just because you train with martial arts doesn't mean you can fight with them. Which goes back to, I send warnings, not invitations. It's not because I'm being cocky. It's because if you show up at my door, I don't know you from Adam and Eve. I don't know what you're capable of doing. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm going to do when you show up. Especially if I don't know who the fuck you are. There only better be two reasons why anyone from the internet needs to show up at my door. The first reason is you work for Disney. Your name is Kevin Feige, and you're giving me a job as Spider-Man, or American Eagle, Thunderbird, Grey Crow, some damn body in the Marvel Universe. Outside of that, unless you're Frito-Lay, and going to give me some job selling Doritos, or unless you're Gatorade's Thirst Aid, which I think is Coca-Cola, we have no business to talk on the internet. So if it's not a job thing, you shouldn't be showing up at my front door. Now, the second reason is that you better be a hot chick. Preferably the flawlessly beautiful and dangerously sexy Zeta Zhang. Other than that, or other hot chicks, you shouldn't be showing up at my door. Which, again, is why I say I send warnings, not invitations. If you show up at my door because you feel threatened by me, and you think we want to test your martial arts and see if that shit is legit, I send warnings, not invitations. Because you can talk your way into a fight. You can't talk your way out. In some cases, you can. The first thing I would do is try to talk you out of this fight. Because I know what's going to happen next. You don't know what's going to happen next, but I know what's going to happen next. There are 3 ways we're going to handle this shit. 1, you go home, don't bother me no more, and I'm gonna leave you alone. 2, you can play knock, knock, knock a person out in the doorway, where you knock on my door, I answer the door, and you punch me in the face, and I go to sleep. Or 3, when you show up at the door, I unalive your shit because you come in hot. Motherfucker, I heard you talking all that shit on the internet. You think you're a bad motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. Not one time have I ever said I was a bad motherfucker. I have quoted The Undertaker with, I ain't bad, but the bad don't fuck with me. But, see, it's the people who get on the internet and think they fucking Superman and decide they're gonna come to your house and do something stupid. So, 1, you broke the law because you're not invited. Henceforth, I send warnings, not invitations. And if you show up at my house and you start talking, and I'm like, dude, I don't know you, and the best thing you can do is go home. No, you come at me and you don't go home because I take your fucking life. I am militarily trained. As a child, I also learned how to fight since I was 6 years old. You might beat me up, but you're not going to win because I'm not fighting to win. I'm fighting to end your shit the way I was taught since I was 6. Fuck a win. Victory is in death. I'm sorry. The 6-year-old me was kind of brutal. 12-year-old me stopped being brutal when my dad grabbed me by the back of my neck. 15-year-old me was kind of brutal. 17-year-old me was kind of brutal. 30-year-old me was mentally fucked up. So if you came at me, 2 things were going to happen. I was going to fuck your shit up, and I was going to end your shit, and I didn't give a fuck who you were. As I focused more on acting, things got a little bit lighter, and I became a little bit more humble. The reason why I am what I am is because I've been threatened all my life. Threatened because I'm mixed. Threatened because I'm short. Threatened because girls think I'm ugly and won't give me pussy. I said it. They won't give me pussy. And so people have picked on me all my life. And they have threatened me all my life. But they've never faced me face to face. Talk a lot of shit. Like I said, you can talk your way into a fight. You can't talk your way out. I'll tell you the story about the guy who bullied me a lot, and I caught his ass in BNR. And if it wasn't for my cousin Russell, that motherfucker wouldn't be alive today. He bullied me all through school. He was one of the kids in Miss Jones' class, and the bitch that she is that let him do the shit. But when I caught him by himself, he wasn't so fucking tough. Alright? And that's why I said friends and false courage. Oh, that shit's a real thing. You can't talk your way out of every fight. Because he was trying to talk his way out of a fight when we was BNR. And I looked at the man running the store. I said, look, man, I got a job. I'll pay for every motherfucking piece of glass I put this son of a bitch through. He bullies me every motherfucking day in school. He has 7 other guys that helps him out. They ain't here right now. He needs to have a fucking damn good lesson taught to him. And so, after that, he was in tears. He left the store. The very next week, this motherfucker was bullying me again. I should have finished him right then and there. But I didn't. I learned from that shit. And that's why I said, you can talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out. Outside of my older sibling, I've never started a fight. Won't stupid. Like I said, you can talk your way into a fight. You can't talk your way out. Also depends on who you're talking to. If neither one of y'all want to fight, just say that. I don't want to fight you, dude. You know how many times people have laughed in my face when I said, I don't want to fight you. You also know how many times those people wound up at the bottom of my fucking feet. Understand something. You see somebody on the internet that you don't like, nothing wrong with that. You want to leave a keyboard warrior comment, nothing wrong with that. But if you show up to that house and you die, that's on you. Because you can't always talk your way out of a fight. People have died. I'm going to people's houses on the internet. I'm thinking they were somebody. Found out the fucking hard way. They not. You have to understand, not everybody's fun and games. Sometimes you may have to believe the hype. I don't come off on this app threatening people. I don't come off on this app telling people I'm gonna beat your ass. Because that's a part of me that I would prefer not to share on the internet. But I've had to set some people in their place. Now, I've literally had to tell people, look, you're bigger than me. I'll give you that. You're stronger than me. I'll give you that. But just because you're bigger and stronger than somebody, don't mean you're going to whoop their ass. That just means you got one or two advantages over me. But if you ain't been in a fight with somebody like me, you got a fucking problem. And when I solve that fucking problem, you only get one more shot. If you come at me after I beat your ass, the next goddamn time, you're not going to be lucky. You won't ever come after anybody else. I'm going to cripple your shit. If I didn't cripple you the first time, consider yourself blessed. But the second time around, you were begging for your death to be taken. And I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to run from the cops. I'm going to let them know. No, this motherfucker and I have been beefing, and he kept on pushing it. He could have walked away and had a life. They're going to run my military record, which is not really a big, impressive thing. They're going to look at all these videos on YouTube, and they're going to see a fuck ton of martial art videos. They're going to run my criminal record, which I ain't never had. They're going to find out I have a degree in police science and criminal justice. And then they're going to ask me, why did I not try to avoid the fight? And I'm going to tell them, fuck you. Why I got to avoid a motherfucker coming to my house? I ain't never do nothing to the motherfucker. I made some YouTube videos, motherfucker put shit in my goddamn comments. I ignored it. Then he kept putting more shit in the comments. I ignored it. He checked my IP address. Found out that I live in Charlottesville, Virginia. That's a real place. I really do live here, in Charlottesville, Virginia. Motherfucker got the IP tracked, got to my house. That's some shit I don't even know how to fucking do. And when he got to my house, he didn't make plans on me fucking this shit up. He didn't make plans for me to have my tomahawk and take it to his ass. He just thought it was going to show up and be like some kind of martial art fight. No. It wasn't going to be that. Because when you showed up, you already gave your life to God. Your body belonged to me. So like I said, you can talk your way into a fight. Sometimes you can talk your way into a fight without even fucking trying. The bottom line is really simple. You can't always talk your way out. You gotta be careful who you piss off, even on the internet. But I'm honest about my shit. I don't want to fight no goddamn body, unless there's a paycheck involved. And by paycheck, I mean we're gonna formulate a fight scene and we're gonna have a lot of fucking fun. But for the motherfuckers who think they're badasses, you know, I don't want nothing to do with you. But if you come at me with that badass shit, you're gonna find out real fucking fast. Nobody's a badass. Nobody. Nobody's badass. There are people who are badass, and there are people who just happen to be badass. Alright? And just because you might be one of the people who happen to be a badass, don't think your number can't be clocked either. Which is why I've always told people, I ain't a badass. I hold my motherfucking own. Am I Bruce Lee? Fuck no. But I can give you a run for your fucking money. Even if I get my ass kicked, I can give you a run for your motherfucking money. Now, the difference maybe is, are we fighting or are we going to war? Because if we fighting, I'll take that L. I ain't worried about that shit. Call it a sparring match. Going to war? We ain't going home. I'm sorry. Make peace with everybody you know before you come. And then we ain't doing no talking. You show up at my door, you're done. I'm sorry. I say, you're fucking done. Bring whoever the fuck you want. They done too. Because I've been jumped before. It's not like it's a new thing. I grew up in the projects. I've been jumped before. No, I've jumped somebody once in my life, but I've been jumped before. At least 3 times in my life. None of them motherfuckers ever came back. Alright? So, like I said, I'm not fighting for no motherfucking W. Victory is in death. Either you gonna die, or you're gonna have to kill me to stop me. So, victory is in death. Now, whatever happens to me after I die, I don't really give a damn. I can only either go to heaven or I can go to hell. Either way, somebody's coming with me. Somebody's coming with me. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If you don't come with me, I promise, when you wake up in the hospital, you won't be able to feel your legs. You won't be able to move your big toe. I'm doing it all. I didn't take all this martial arts shit to go by myself. There's always the reality of me being shot. Alright, that's always a possibility because there's always a coward somewhere. And not all cowards carry guns, but the bulk of motherfuckers that think they're badass will shoot you before they fight you these days because they're fucking cowards and they think they're badass. My nephew that I mentioned about the dog in the other video, he's been in 5 fights. He's posthumously let me know that he's been in 5 fights. Okay? You're 23. 5 fights, huh? Try fighting almost every day from the age of 6 to 12. Then having your dad stop you for like a year or 2 and then getting into other fights at the age of 15. Try getting jumped on your job at 17 and having to flip a guy over your shoulder while your co-workers sit back and watch that shit. And then joy in your elations of your celebrations of how you flipped that guy. And your co-worker who was macking the chicks looking at you like, you a bad motherfucker, dog. You a bad motherfucker. I saw that. No. I hold my own. Not a bad motherfucker. I'm a survivor. And I will do what I need to do to make sure I go home. You can go home too. How you choose to go is up to you. You can go home in pieces, or you can go home in one piece. But if I see you again, you ain't gonna be so lucky if you come to fight. We can shake hands and we be good. But if you come to fight one more motherfucking time, this is gone. This is gone. This is gone. I'm breaking everything I can get a hold of. I'm crippling your shit. Now, I have to say I'm crippling because my dad, for the longest time, had to break me out of using the word kill. And I'm going to explain that before I end the video. When I was younger, from 6 to 12, I was taught the word kill means final. Because my uncles were way bigger than me, they would threaten me. Either you win, or we kill you. It's not something that a 6-year-old needs to hear. But it's something that a 6-year-old understood. Alright? Because I wasn't your ordinary 6-year-old. Every time I was in one of the childhood fights, in the back of my mind, I'm scared as fuck. But who am I more afraid of? My uncles or the other kid who was way bigger than me? He wasn't as big as my uncles, but he was way bigger than me. I was more afraid of my uncles. There was no lose here. And the funny thing about that is that my uncles had sons. Never made them do this shit. Never made them do this shit. My dad didn't live with my mom. They were divorced. My dad had no clue this shit was going on until he caught me. The kid that I fought the most, who I've apologized to so many times that he's literally threatened to shoot me for apologizing to him because he understood the one thing that I didn't, and that was that we were children and we were forced to do that. But he didn't understand the one thing that I did. I had the fighting advantage. I knew martial arts. I knew right from wrong. And I let fear drive me to do the wrong shit. Now, back on topic. you can't talk yourself out of a fight depending on who you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody who's never been in a fight a day in their life, you might be able to talk your way out of a fight. Now, on the other hand, if you've never been in a fight a day in your life and you talk your way into a fight and everybody in the fucking school is trying to hurt you, that's on you. See, there's a thing about fighting that people need to teach people. This is Gatorade. And this is that thing. 20% of fights are won by mouth alone. Alright? I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. Alright, I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. I'll beat you to death. 20% of that, and reputations, is won by mouth alone. You don't believe it? Look back on your past and see how many times someone has literally threatened you and you threaten to fight back and then the fight is over. No, I ain't fucking with you, man. I'm good. Or think about the times if somebody has threatened you and then someone else sees you fight and you, either by luck or by skill, win that fight against somebody bigger than you. And it gets all around the place. And then everybody don't want to fight you no more. They stop calling you fake Karate Kid, fake Daniel, fake Last Dragon. See, when I was in the projects, I trained on a motherfucking daily. I went to school, I did my homework, I trained. I went to school, I did my homework, I trained. On the weekends, I trained. I rarely had a chance to be a kid if I wasn't babysitting, I was training. So homework training, babysitting training. Every fucking day I trained. Because Kung Fu was all I got. It's still all I've got. It wasn't my fault that I got good at it. I never thought the shit would work until it did. You know, once it started working and once I got past the fear of getting hit, things were different. Way fucking different. Gotta fix this thing. My alarm's probably gonna go off. I'm gonna try and post these things before midnight. It is 11:13. When people threaten me, it's why I don't handle threats very well, because I'm a small guy. And I've always been threatened by people bigger than me. I've never been threatened by anybody smaller. Just bigger motherfuckers. Gigantic people. Like, yeah, I'll fuck your little ass up. I'll fuck your little ass up. And that little bit of fear turns into anger. I stopped being afraid and I started being angry. Because this motherfucker thinks that he can beat my ass. And I ain't did nothing to him. He just wants to beat my ass. For absolutely fucking nothing. Didn't do a thing to this motherfucker, but he wants to beat my ass. The anger festered into a fire. The fire turned into an inferno. And I just didn't fucking fear nobody no more. The bigger you are, the better I liked it, because most people who are bigger than me would laugh in my face and think that I couldn't beat their ass. Then they fucked around and found out. Size don't make you a good fighter. Skills do. Your location don't make you a good fighter. Skills do. Just because you come from a rough neighborhood, your neighborhood might be rough, but that doesn't mean you can be tough enough to fight somebody from a different neighborhood. No. It's all a matter of perspective. I lost a sparring match to a guy from New York. I tell you guys this 1,000 times. This motherfucker refused to fight me. He beat me, so it shouldn't have been a problem for him to beat me again and again and again. And it was a sparring match. It wasn't real. When my cousin died, the motherfucker ran his mouth. But he didn't run his mouth to the people who had guns that were there the night my cousin got executed from his past coming back to catch him. He decided to come at me. I was at work. And I straight told the motherfucker to his face, I'd have been there, there'd have been 2 dead bodies. Me and my cousin. Because I'm like the rest of these cowardly motherfuckers. I don't need no gun to have a fight. Let's go. But it's funny how everybody kept brandishing guns on me, but none of them had guns that night. None of them. This Kung Fu motherfucker from New York decided, oh, I'm going to pick on the Kung Fu guy because I beat him in a sparring match. He never told the motherfuckers that for the next week and a half, I held this motherfucker for another ass whooping. And he wouldn't fight me. And then that day he talked all that shit. And I was like, alright, we ain't going to do this at the church. You know where the fuck I live at? Come on down to Rougemont. Motherfucker never showed up. came home, I jumped in the shower, I took off my church clothes, because they weren't really church clothes, it was just a good pair of green slacks and a nice green button down. And I waited outside from 5 p.m. to 11:30. Everybody else started rolling in, you know, kissing their hellos and all that shit so everybody can go to fuck to sleep. I'm out here mad as hell in fighting gear, which was basically parachute pants and a t-shirt. I said, okay, where your boy at? Where your boy at? He talked all that fucking shit at the church. Where your boy? Oh, he on his way back up to New York. I said, no. Y'all need to call that nigga. I'm sorry for using the N-word. Y'all need to call that motherfucker right now. He wanted to fucking fight. He talked all that shit in the church. Where he at? Never came back. Went off to become an ISK champion and some more shit. And they bragged about that shit. Just like family members would never let me live that shit down. It's like, yeah, that dude from New York. And then I fixed that problem. Because when everybody started throwing that shit in my face, I made a point, and it shut them the fuck up after that. They never brought that motherfucker back up after that. And I said, yeah, that guy from New York beat me. I'm gonna say, now let's see you try it. Come on. Y'all got all that fucking mouth. Come on. Which one of y'all want to go first? Nah, man. No. Y'all keep throwing that shit in my face. But who's the real fighter? The bitch-ass motherfucker that can lose a fight and keep coming back? Or the bitch-ass motherfuckers that had to get somebody else to fight their fight for them? Now, which one of y'all want to fucking fight me first? Because, you know, I ain't got to go get nobody to fight my fights. Even if you beat my ass, I'm going to fight you. So you can beat my ass, but I'm going to fight you. And say, I've told all y'all before, if you jump me, you ain't coming back to Rougemont. Because if you come back to Rougemont, you're not going to see me. But I'm going to see you. And when I get a hold of you, you're going to wish you never left New York. Not one of my damn family members from New York ever fucked with me again. Ever. Some of them run their mouth. But then, you know, I made a point. I say, hey, y'all the one doing all the motherfucking talking. Y'all from New York. I said, I'm just going to put it to you really quite simple. Fight me or shut the fuck up. Now, before all that came to an end, they set off a cherry bomb. My younger brother, 2 cousins, and another cousin. And this cousin, apparently he thought that I was scared to die. I ain't never been scared to die. Might be scared to live, but I ain't never been scared to die. He pulled out a 45 on me. Pointed that bitch at my chest. He was at arm's distance, so if I hadn't been thinking, I could have grabbed it. I wasn't thinking. I just didn't care anymore, because his uncle put a gun to me 2 times before that. A 357 and a 44. And my dumb ass, please do not attempt this. I walked straight up to the barrel, put it to my head, said, fire, motherfucker, because you can't whoop my ass any other way. Put the gun down. He ain't fight me. Went on about his business. Because that same little bastard with the 45, he was a butterball and didn't think that I could powerbomb him. He was bigger than me. And I powerbombed the fuck out of him, just like I tombstoned my little brother. And then I tombstoned that motherfucker the next week. And that's how I got the gun. And I walked right to the gun and put that bitch to my head. Fire, motherfucker. Fire. You're a badass. Kill my motherfucking ass, because you can't do it. You can't beat my ass, so you gotta kill me. That's what led to them going to get the New York motherfucker. Because they thought I was scared to die. Now, man, after the New York shit happened, and this sumbitch pulled this goddamn 45 on me, and they set off the cherry bomb. My left leg shook a little bit, but I wasn't scared to die. I thought I got shot, but I did this, and there was no blood. And something clicked. And I said, you fired a gun at me at fucking point blank range, and you missed. You about to go meet Jesus, son. Because I'm killing you right fucking now. My brother, our 2 cousins came out. No, it's a joke, it's a joke. I said, what? Y'all must forget that I'm not afraid to fucking die. Next one of y'all motherfuckers ever fuck with me, I'm gonna fucking kill you all. And none of them ever bother me no more. Even the motherfucker who pulled out the gun on me. But he's been in prison like 3 or 4 times because he couldn't stay the fuck out of trouble. I ain't never been to prison. I ain't never been to jail. Been handcuffed a couple of times for helping people. But after that, you know, you live and you learn. And you can talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out. That was the example. They talked their way into fights. Couldn't talk their way out. Because some people just ain't scared to fight. A lot of people are scared to fight. If you are afraid to fight, the last thing you need to do is show up at somebody's house. Because you don't know what that motherfucker's gonna do to you. Now, everybody is as honest with me on the internet. You know, you can follow any martial artist you want, whether it be a UFC champion, or whether it be me, or somebody that's an amateur, or somebody who has fought plenty of times. I never fought professionally, but I done fought in the streets a fucking lot. I ain't never lost none of them motherfuckers. It's gonna happen eventually, but not while I'm breathing. You know, because I'm not fighting you to get a victory and have everybody cheering my name. I'm fighting you to break your ass in half. I'm fixing on breaking your neck. I'm fixing on breaking your elbows and your kneecaps. I'm breaking everything that you need to survive in life. That's it. But that's what you're asking for when you talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out because you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody who you think you're intimidating and scaring, there's two things wrong with that question. You are intimidating someone. You are putting the fear in them. There's two types of fear. There's petrified fear where you fucking freeze. And then there's that fear that says, I got to end this motherfucker or he's going to keep doing this shit to me. I have that fear. I have to end this motherfucker or he's not going to leave me alone. When I tell y'all the story about the nunchucks in school, I got tired. I reached fuck it one too many times. I wasn't afraid of going to jail until I thought about it. But I wasn't afraid to fight the motherfuckers no more. Because I got tired of them picking on me. I got tired of the teacher looking and not doing shit about it. Because I was mixed. They were all black kids. Bam! Paper. Spitball. You know, cleaning the shit out of my ear. Somebody's nasty ass spit. This bitch never said shit. That's right, Miss Jones, I'm talking about you. Bitch never said shit. Let this shit happen. She was black. And I reached the point where I said, you know what? Today is the last day y'all motherfuckers gonna fuck with me. Tomorrow, each and every last one of y'all motherfuckers is going to the hospital or to the morgue. And I'm gonna get hurt, but I'm taking one of y'all motherfuckers with me. They ain't believe that shit. Came in school the next day with them nunchucks. And I waited. Spitball hit me. Boom. I said, whoever did that, you ain't playing basketball or football or any sport no more. And neither is anybody else in this room. Boom. Spitball again. I was like, alright. Another piece of paper. Miss Jones just sitting there. Letting the shit happen. Ain't doing shit for the little mixed kids sitting in class. 1992. Just letting it happen. Just letting it happen. Trash all around my desk. But this bitch can't see shit. No, not one goddamn thing can the bitch see. Okay. Boom. Couple of more hits. And I said, maybe y'all don't understand. I looked at the clock. I said, zip. Shh. When that motherfucking bell ring, all of y'all getting fucked up. That's it. Each and every one of y'all motherfuckers is getting fucked up today. Then I got to thinking about that shit because, you know, jail time. I said, you know what, matter of fact, I ain't even going to use these. I'm going to get blood on my hands today. And I put the shit back in the bag and zipped it up. And when that goddamn bell rung and I threw that bag out in the hallway and I went behind it and stood over top of that bitch, I said, let's go. And all them bitch motherfuckers ran. Every fucking one of them. And that bitch came out and gave me a referral. And I was like, how you going to give me a referral when you let these motherfuckers fuck with me from the beginning of the school year, from fucking August 25th all the way to fucking May. It's almost a whole fucking year. And you did nothing. Nothing. But I get ready to beat up the academic sports team, and now I'm the bad guy. So fucking be it. And she handed me a referral and said, go to Mr. Leatherwood. I said, nah, fuck you, bitch. That motherfucker don't like me either. So I'm going to Mr. Lewis. I went to Mr. Lewis. Y'all have heard the story before, so it's on here somewhere. But this is why I said, you can always talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out. Because every time that someone called me a punk, a bitch, or a faggot, or anything like that, it's just building up. I know I'm not gay. I'm sorry if I offended anybody from the alphabet community with the F word. But I got called all that shit. The rumors in school was either I was gay or I was having incest with my sisters. by those guys, by the way. But no, teachers never did shit. Never did a goddamn thing until I brought my nunchucks to school. Then the teacher did something to me. No. But it was okay for them to bully me, but it wasn't okay for me to fight back because they were on sports teams. So again, I don't handle threats very well. So, if I'm getting threatened and you show up at my house after threatening and checking the IP address, you ain't going home. Sorry. Make peace with whatever God you believe in. But if you coming to fuck with Echo Fan Grey Wolf, you coming to die. It's just that goddamn simple. You are coming to die. I'm not going to know who you are. Your profile picture might not be like mine. Mine has a bow and arrow on it. That should give you a pretty good hint that you probably don't think that you're not going to get shot by a bow. You will. I also have a couple of axes. They're not tomahawks, but they're just as fucking effective. And by the way, I don't need any of that shit because I do know Kung Fu. But, most people, when they go to people's house on the internet, they think they're badass, so they want to try to prove their worth. Don't throw your life away because you think you're a badass. If you ain't never been in a fight a day in your life, the last damn thing you want to do is go to somebody's house that you saw on the internet and you thought that you could beat their ass. Again, you can talk your way into a fight. You can't talk your way out. What brought this up was I was talking to one of my nephews who's younger, and I literally told him, no, careful what you say, careful who you say it to, because it's easy to talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out. This ain't the Marvel universe where people are motherfucking rational. This is the real world. If you piss off the right guy, you die. It's just that simple. I'm glad you guys let me give you this little tidbit. I was dangerous before I joined the Army. The Army just made me more callous. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, or more of the get the shit done and worry about the consequences later. So I don't handle threats. Do I want to fuck people up? All the goddamn time. But I was like that before I joined the Army. Because as a martial artist and as a short person, I got threatened all the goddamn time. And the more people threatened me, the more madder I got. And the more madder I got, the more I decided, you know what? Somebody's going to get fucked up today. It's not going to be me. So when you start threatening people, you start picking on people, you are fueling a fire that is burning, and that fire will burn into an inferno and erupt like a volcano. And once you get to that point, you ask for that ass whooping. Thank you guys for watching. If I've offended anybody, I do apologize. I do apologize to the alphabet community. I was once called the F word. And I don't mean fucker. I already said it in the video. I'm not going to say it again. I also used the N word in this video, so I do apologize for that because those are words that I tried to avoid. I also used the B word. I called out a bitch. She was a bitch. She allowed the shit to happen. And we'll close with the Chinese proverb. The only thing that evil needs to succeed is for good men to stand by and do nothing. And now we're going to change that up to make it more modern and up to date. The only reason why evil will succeed is for good people to stand by and watch that shit happen. Protect people, man, as best you can. And if you're not a fighter, protect them a different way. Thank you for watching. Let me give you one more thing before I go, because sometimes protecting people does pull up in your face. So be careful who you protect. I've had incidences where I protected somebody and it actually wound up being better for me to protect this person than not. So be real careful of what you do and be safe out there. Thank you for watching. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Ever number 2, BC and you.